You know Whitney Cummings from her hilarious sitcoms and stand-up comedy, but you might not know she's on a crusade to help women normalize talking about their bodies, especially on Vagina Appreciation Day, which is today. I did not know that. Okay, my co-host caught up with her earlier. Take a look. Whitney Cummings, welcome to DVL. Now, before we get to the good stuff, and we totally will, it's really hard to ignore this momentous event that happened this week with Derek Chauvin's conviction. So we just wanted to ask you personally, what do you think of it all, and do you feel like justice was served?
I did cry a lot, and that's all I can really say about that.
Fair, totally fair.
That's a super honest answer, and as a black man, I appreciate you.
If you want to talk about vaginas, that is my area of expertise.
That whole female empowerment of like, yo, this is anatomy. Don't talk about anything else. What age or what happened to make you embrace it?
You know, I have spent so much of my life and my emotional bandwidth being ashamed of my body, being ashamed of my vagina, you know, wanted to be a comedian and got on stage. And, you know, that's the place where we kind of tell our deepest, darkest secrets to help everyone release their shame and laugh at things they're not supposed to laugh at.
The whole point of doing this was to explore the idea of, can robots replace us, right? And I have a lot of girlfriends who I don't think would find a problem with that. All my girlfriends, they're expected to have full-time jobs and do work at home. Every woman that I know says, I need a double, I need a clone. Look no further.
I just remember my first set, you know, I just said all the things I was too embarrassed to say to my friends. That's what I was taught comedy was by, you know, my heroes like Joan Rivers and George Carlin and Richard Pryor. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go say the things no one will say and they'll love it. And then I went on stage and I said my vagina. Half the audience cringed, half of them rolled their eyes, you know, but then the women were cheering, you know, so I was just trying to figure out why this was so fraught. And the more, it's like laughing in church, the more someone tells you not to, or the more people are going to have a fraught reaction, the more you have to figure out why. The way to sort of neutralize and desensitize those reactions is just to say it so much that it just becomes
normalized.
Old hat.
Right? And you talk about it on your Netflix as a joke. You go way into relationships. What advice do you give the people now coming out of this COVID thing, hopefully? What dating advice would you give somebody right now?
Be careful dating nerds. Yeah, some of them grow up to be Elon Musk, but most of them grow up to work in tech support and have a shelf full of Warcraft figurines, and they won't pay for dinner because their money's tied up in Bitcoin.
A lot of us are rushing into relationships right now because we all thought we were gonna die if we touched a doorknob 8 months ago. So I myself got into a pandemic relationship, and now that we're in the real world and not just lying in bed all day drinking, I'm like, okay, let's go out on dates and let's slow this down and not rush it, because I was like, as soon as we're out of the pandemic, let's get engaged, you know, but this is not real life.
Don't forget to check out Whitney's podcast, Good For You, and head over to her website for tour dates. Whitney Cummings, thanks for chatting, and also thanks for stopping by and empowering us women, baby.
Amen.
Love it.